on a roundabout, city centre roundabout, and like all real urban situations, there are many problems associated with them. I mean, pollution, really disturbed ground, there's no proper soil here. We've had loads of disruption, people dumping things on here, cars coming onto it by accident or by intention. It's a really challenging site, but also this is so visible. It's the gateway to the city, tens of thousands of people see it every day, so it gives us huge opportunities.
As senior leaders of our business, we're looking for a unique way to celebrate our 20th anniversary in the United Kingdom, and they thought to themselves, what is uniquely British? And they came to that concept of doing a sponsored roundabout. So we selected 7 different roundabouts throughout the United Kingdom to represent the different groups of our company. So we have one in Sheffield, where we're standing today. We have one in Birmingham, Leeds, Liverpool, Glasgow, Woking and Swindon.
This project is really addressing all of these problems and the opportunities of working on a really urban site like this by taking low-cost, really robust approaches which maximise the visual impact. I call it high-impact, low-input planting. It's very cheap to do, it's actually very simple.
The planting that's been used here is a mixture of Pictorial Meadows, perennials, annuals, bulbs and shrubs. Mixing them together gives this high visual impact, which you can see, which provides long flowering right throughout the growing season.
Many people will look at this and say, what a beautiful wildflower meadow, but actually most of it is not really a wildflower meadow at all, and that's deliberate. It looks like a meadow, it's got all the beauty and the naturalism of that, but many of the plant species are not native wildflower species, and that's because many of our native wildflower species stop flowering around about now in the summer, July and August. We want this to carry on for many more months.
One of the types of planting is a perennial turf that we've used. And this is where we grow the perennials. The Pictorial Meadow mix is off-site in ideal growing conditions, and they're there for about 3 months of the year, and then they're transported to site on pallets. And quite simply, we've laid 500 square metres of it here on the roundabout, which was done very quickly and very easily, and as simply as laying grass turf. And that way we can ensure that we get the right combinations of plants, healthy plants, and they're established much quicker than they would normally be the case.
In many ways, this is a typical example of the research that we've been doing in the Department of Landscape on what you might call sustainable urban planting or sustainable urban landscapes. This also is a direct link with the work that we've done at the Olympic Park. This extensive but colourful approach is based upon what we call the stitch plantings at the Olympic Park, which are temporary plantings which fill space before development happens. And we tried out all sorts of things, but the thing that came out of it was this method of mixing low density planting of perennials and bulbs with seeding annuals and perennials around them. And the enterprise scheme is the first time that those ideas have been taken from the Olympic Park and all the research we've done on that and applied in real situations.
So sustainability is really important to our customers and our employees alike. We're always looking for projects where we can give back to our communities, and this one also has an ecological theme to it, which is really important to us.
This project here and some of the other ones, well, all the other ones with Enterprise, have really been a big collaborative effort involving not just myself but students within the Department of Landscape, and we're sat within a part of Sheffield that's really part of a much wider programme that we've had a huge amount of input into in terms of a real environmental approach to urban design and the public realm.
I think what Enterprise have done here is excellent. They've managed to work with public, private and third sector organisations to bring together a planting scheme that's going to last a long time. The hope for the future is that we will secure funding to complete this project here on the roundabout and to wrap the whole meadow scheme right the way around the roundabout.
We don't want a little area like this to be the finish. We want this just to be the start. We want it to roll out. We want to make this big scale and widespread, and we need to do more collaborations to make that happen.
Well, now I'm up here today. The transformation, I think, is stunning. The garden looks just absolutely beautiful. I personally was very excited that they selected Sheffield as one of the cities. I used to live in Sheffield, and to me this is a gateway into the city now that's just beautiful.